What's the craziest thing you found in your child's search history? I was dropping my son off at his friend John's house after school, but couldn't help but notice how mad he looked. I just thought he was moody or something, so I dropped him off anyways. But when I got home, I noticed he accidentally left his iPad open in the back seat. I was gonna plug it in for him, but when I saw the screen, I noticed he was searching for how long does it take to bleed out after being stabbed. I instantly pulled up the history. How many bullets does it take to kill someone? Then I saw the last one. How to reload a handgun. I just sat there staring at it. Was this real? Was my son a serial killer? I instantly rushed inside and kept reading and felt like my entire world was crumbling around me. Will anyone notice if I bring a gun to school? I felt tears in my eyes, but just as I was about to call his mom, someone knocked at my door. I opened it and two police officers were standing there. One of them said they were investigating some threatening searches that had been flagged from our IP address. Oh no, this can't be happening. I didn't even say anything. I just handed them Tommy's tablet. They scrolled through it, and one of them looked up at me with this expression I'll never forget. Sir, would your child usually show violent tendencies like this? And that's when it hit me. He had been upset all day, but I thought he was just hangry or something. He kept talking about how he was getting ready to go to John's house that day, and when I thought about it, his backpack did feel unusually heavy. The cops were getting more concerned. Does he have access to any guns? No, only the one in my safe. But just as those words left my mouth, they both looked up at me. Oh no. We all stood up without a word and walked towards my bedroom. And as soon as I opened my closet door, I instantly noticed the safe was already unlocked, and there was a stool underneath it so he could reach. I felt the sweat beating on my forehead as I opened it, and we all saw as my safe was completely empty. My gun was gone. Sir, where is your gun? But I just looked at him, and he saw the horrified expression on my face. The officer instantly said, "Where is he? Where is your son?" And as soon as I told them he was at John's house, they pulled out their radios and called for backup. We were all jumping in the police cruiser to head there, and I was praying this was all just a misunderstanding. I called John's mom, and as soon as she picked up, I yelled, "Miss Swanson, where is Tommy and John? Are they all right?" Yeah, they're downstairs. Let me go check." Oh my god! And I heard the phone clatter on the floor. "Miss Swanson, are you there?" But the line went silent. Oh no. Did she just die? What do we do? All of the officers heard this over speakerphone, and he stepped on the gas. We finally got there, and the officers didn't even knock. One of them kicked the door in, and both of them rushed inside screaming, "Police! Hands in the air!" I followed behind them as we cleared room after room. Living room was empty. Kitchen was empty. Then we heard it. A loud gunshot sound. Everyone hit the floor. One of the officers yelled, "Drop the weapon, you little psycho!" We heard multiple pops coming from the basement, and one of them slowly crept down. We were bracing to watch him get shot, but as he got to the bottom, he yelled, "Freeze!" but instantly shifted. The officer lowered his weapon and just stood there staring. We all rushed down the stairs, but instead of the violent crime scene we were all expecting, we saw Tommy and John sitting in front of the TV with Miss Swanson. "Tommy, what are you doing?" "Playing Fortnite, Dad. We're in the middle of a 1 versus 1. I just looked at Miss Swanson. "Why did you scream on the phone just now?" "Sorry, I saw a spider and I hid down here." I sighed, but then the officer asked, "Tommy, you didn't take your dad's gun, did you?" And Tommy's face instantly went white. They actually had to arrest my son because they found my gun in his backpack. He was planning to use it on John if he lost the 1 versus 1.